What's going on, good people?
Really? Really? Is that really? I mean, are you really gonna? Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna eat my black eyed peas over here, man. Anyway, what is going on, good people? That's how you say it, Casey.
I'm
Welcome
sick.
into.
Shut up.
You shut your mouth. Welcome in to the Baltimore Colts show. Predictions for the NFL. Let's talk about Week 3. It was all kinds of backwards, like in every way. Like, bruh, it was crazy. All right. Oh Lord, do I have? Okay, let's start with the first game that. Well, not the first game we saw. The first game we saw was actually a pretty good Thursday night game. It was the 49ers and the Rams, which I think shocked the world, and I think that's honestly what started all this. Let's be honest. All this, man. That is what started all this. It was the 49ers and the Rams having a good game on Thursday night. Entire crazy week of football. But anyway, some other games we had, obviously, looking into the Ravens and the Jaguars game. I don't have much to say. I'm not going to make an excuse. And at first, I was like, it's obviously jet lag. They'll find their way. And they didn't. So I was just kind of like, it was just an overall terrible game. They didn't play well defensively. They didn't play well at all offensively. From the offensive line is really bad, like really bad. But I don't think we should put too much stock in one game against the Jaguars. I feel like this is going to be a good game. Like, I feel like the Jaguars were going to play well in this game anyway. I mean, they're really good in London. I don't know if anyone's noticed, but they are. They're 3-0 in London. They also beat the Colts as well, so I'll throw that out there. But they are 3-0 in London, and they played 5 times in London. That many times, like on an international scale. So they kind of know what they're doing. Jacoby Brissett looked really good for the Colts. I thought he looked really nice. Eli Manning showed up for once. The Dolphins lost to the Jets. Explain. I need a thorough explanation of how that happened. Let's see. The Saints actually played some decent defense. Huh? This was like opposite week, man. The Steelers lost to the Bears. I'm fine with it. Trust me. I'm completely like if there was any week for the Ravens to just get drubbed, it was the same week that the Bengals and the Steelers lost. Like, so I'm kind of fine with it. It's really no issue. And the Steelers offense still doesn't look as great as everybody says it does. Like everybody's like jumping down my throat because I'm a Ravens fan, but I'm like, well, I mean, the Steelers offense doesn't look that great either, and they got the best talent in the world, so you say. The Lions lost on some BS, some malarkey, bruh. Like, he was in, dang on it. He was in, and I'm sticking to it. The Buccaneers lost to the Vikings. Shocked. The freaking Patriots should have lost to Deshaun Watson and the Texans, dang on it. The early games were just really crazy. I felt like the early games were really crazy. The Packers almost lost to the Bengals. That was surprising. Aaron Rodgers had, somewhat of a pretty bad game, but because they came back, no one's going to speak of it. Beat the Chargers, no one's surprised. The Raiders got their butts beat, and by the Auras, and the Dallas Cowboys made a pretty good comeback against the Cardinals, but I still don't think that means very much. They didn't look good anyway. So, Casey, thoughts on week 3? I know I had a lot to say, but there was a lot of crazy stuff happening, man.
Yeah. You said a lot of what I was gonna say. The Jets beat the Dolphins. I was like, bro, what? How? What? Why? I was happy the Rams beat San Francisco. I was surprised the Vikings actually beat the Buccaneers. I didn't think that was going to happen. The Saints got a win, against the Panthers, which I wasn't expecting. And the Bears beat the Steelers. No one thought it would happen, and it did. Um, definitely excited for. Uh, I was definitely excited for the Cleveland Indy game. Both of them coming in with double losses, so one of them had to win, and it was the Colts. I still love you, Andrew Luck, but we might not need you. I'm just saying, bruh. We'll keep you around. We'll keep you around, as like a backup. Yeah, we got you. You still got a job, bruh. We got you. But the game of the week, and DJ really tried to, tone this down like it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad. We got beat, whatever. Bruh, it was 40-0 in the fourth quarter. The Jaguars were beating you 40-0 in the fourth quarter. Like,
You
you had
it's a regular season loss, and the Ravens are due for a blowout every year. They do it every year. They do it once a year. They get blown out by a team they shouldn't get blown out by. It happens every year. It really does. I mean, and like I said, I'm not. I mean, I'm not gonna make an excuse for it. I have no excuse to make. I mean, you don't lose 44-7 for no reason. But I'm not gonna put too much stock in the one game against the Jaguars, where the Jaguars were practically the home team.
I'm putting a lot of stock into it. Jags are going to the Super Bowl.
We said that week 1 too. Then they came out in week 2. Like,
They was just warming up. Yeah, that's what that was. Yeah,
that's what it was. That's what it was. Oh man, Steelers Ravens week 4. Okay, I ain't mad. Alrighty, we got week 4. Let's start with the Ravens and the Colts games. I'm gonna start with the Colts play on Sunday Night Football, so I'm gonna start with the Steelers and the Ravens. The Steelers and the Ravens playing at 1:00. I definitely feel like my Ravens are gonna win this game. I think everybody's gonna put a whole heap of stock into the offense now playing well against Jacksonville and improved defense, by the way. And everybody's gonna put a lot of stock in the Steelers offense that hasn't looked that good anyway. And if there's anything you know about the Steelers Ravens rivalry is that it usually comes down to 3 points or less. So going with the Ravens, it's going to be a good game. It always is, except for that time we blew them out, which is great. But I kind of like the normal Ravens Steelers games where it goes down to the wire, to be honest. And I'm definitely excited. It kind of sucks that it's a 1:00 game because it never should be a 1:00 game. But Casey, Ravens or Steelers? Oh, Casey's not back yet. Okay. I'm going to keep making up stuff until Casey
I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm back. I think I'm going to go with the Steelers. I think it's going to be another blowout for Baltimore. I do. I think I'm just, yeah. But I'm going to put them on upset alert, though. I'm going to put them on upset alert. But Steelers, yep.
Yeah, good luck with that one. All right. Let's go to the Colts versus the Seahawks. The Seahawks win. Do I need to say any more? Casey.
Bruh, we got Jacoby Brissett.
Bruh, this man ain't the second coming of anybody like that. Like, Jacoby Brissett is good. Don't you dare get me wrong, but he's not better than Andrew Luck.
He is the second.
He played one game. He played one game.
He's the second coming of Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Steve Young, Troy Aikman, all of the greats, all in one. He's the second coming of all of them.
Somebody get this man, please.
Go with Indy.
I'm assuming you're picking the Colts.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on to the rest of the games that we have. Starting with Thursday Night Football, we got the Chicago Bears versus the Packers. I'm not going to put too much stock in the Bears winning last week. They have been absolutely terrible against the Packers, in recent years. New quarterback, but still, I'm not going to put too much stock in it. I think this could be a good game, but I'm going to go with the safe pick, which is the Green Bay Packers at home. on top of that. Casey, Bears or Packers?
I mean, the fan in me is going with the Bears, but let's face it, it's going to be the Packers.
True. True. We're going to move on to the next game we got, which is the New Orleans Saints. This is in London as well. The New Orleans Saints versus the Miami Dolphins. I think the Dolphins win this game. I think their defense is better than the Saints. And I think they just kind of had an off week last week. So I'm going with the Miami Dolphins. But I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes either way as well. Casey, Saints, Dolphins.
I feel like after coming off a loss to the Jets, they have to win. Like, there's no excuse.
It can't get much worse, can it?
It really can't. So I'm going with Miami.
All right. This next game is going to be an interesting one from a battle of quarterbacks perspective with Marcus Mariota and Deshaun Watson going at it. The Houston Texans versus the Tennessee Titans in Houston. Deshaun Watson has brought a new dimension to this Texans offense. Offense? What is that? Offense, which is a good thing. But that's definitely a good thing, though. I think that's what they were missing. So, although I picked the Titans to win this division, I'm gonna go with the Texans on this one. I think they're going to ride the hot wave of Deshaun Watson playing the way he's playing with that defense as well. So I'm going with the Houston Texans. Casey.
This one's tough.
Agreed.
You know what? I'm going to go with the Titans. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go with the Titans.
Okay. Moving on to the Jacksonville Jaguars going up against the New York Jets. Now, since the Jaguars are obviously going to the Super Bowl, I got to pick the Jaguars halfway because they play against the Jets. Let's be honest. The Jets ain't winning no more. No, but I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. They looked really good last week, as we have said. And I feel like the Jaguars, let's think back to 2 years ago when the Jaguars looked like they were going to, the corner was coming. They were going to turn the corner, right? And then last year they had an off year. And now, it seems like this year they're kind of coming back to that team that's on the rise again. So I definitely like the Jaguars, especially against the Jets. That defense is much improved. Like, I'm talking way, more improved than it was, a year or two ago. So I'm definitely going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Casey, Jacksonville or New York?
I'm going with the Jaguars. Jacksonville. I mean, bruh, they going up against the Jets. I mean, to be honest, I think last week they just switched uniforms. That's the only reason we thought the Jets won. That's what happened. Got mixed up and everything. Yeah, that's what happened. So, Jacksonville gonna win this one.
All right. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers going up against the New England Patriots. I'm gonna go with the Patriots. They're in Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. The Panthers look inconsistent, although they are 2-1. For some reason, they just look very inconsistent to me right now, especially on the offensive end. So I'm definitely going with the New England Patriots to win this game. I don't really want to, but it's the obvious choice. Casey, Carolina Panthers or New England Patriots?
I hate when New England games come up because 90% of the time I have to pick them, and it hurts. It really does. Oh, I got to go with the Patriots.
I know that was hard for you, so we're going to move on as quickly as possible to the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. Oh, wait, I think we forgot a game. The Carolina Panthers versus the New England Oh, no, we didn't. We didn't. My source is telling me we can't go back and pick that again just for Casey's sake. We got the Detroit Lions going up against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going with Detroit Like, I just think Detroit's the better team. I think Detroit's really good. I think they just somehow lost that game last week. So I'm going with the Detroit Lions. I just am. I got to do it. A good defense, though. It's a good defense they're going up against. It's going to be a defensive battle, probably. But Casey, Detroit Lions, Minnesota Vikings.
Oh man, this one's tough. I like both Detroit and Minnesota for the fact that they're usually always like underdogs, and I like to root for them. But I gotta go with Detroit. Minnesota got the win last week, but I don't know. I don't think I think Detroit's just a better team, and I think they can pull it out. I think it'll be a good game though. But go with the Lions.
Alrighty, I think this might be the last 1 o'clock. No, we got a couple more. We got the Buffalo Bills going up against the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going with the Atlanta Falcons. They're 3-0. They're looking good, as usual. So I'm gonna go with the Atlanta Falcons. I wouldn't be surprised if this one goes the other way as well. So definitely gonna put the Falcons on upset alert. Casey, Buffalo Bills, Atlanta Falcons.
The fan in me wants to go for Buffalo for similar reasons to Detroit and Minnesota. They always seem to be the underdog, but they pull it out in big games sometimes. So, you can't – they're one of those teams you can't really rule out all the time. So I'm picking Atlanta, but I am putting them on upset alert also.
Alrighty, moving on to our next 1 o'clock game. Feels like there's no teams on buys yet, so that's why it feels like there's so many games, especially in the 1 o'clock area. We got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Cleveland Browns. I'm telling you, this game was made for SportsCenter, man. This game was made for CBS on Sunday at 1 o'clock. Whoever's got to watch this game, I'm sorry. I do. I feel really bad for you. I do. But I think this is going to actually be a pretty good game. I'm going to go. I went with Cleveland last week. No, I'm not. I'm not going with Cleveland. I changed my mind. I'm going with Cincinnati. Cincinnati's offense is looking a little bit better. Defense is looking a little bit better. So I'm going to go with Cincy. I would like to see Cleveland win. I think it's a possibility that they win, but I don't know if it'll be this week. Casey, Cincinnati or Cleveland?
Oh, baby. The Battle of Ohio. I really want to go for Cleveland. But every time I've gone for Cleveland so far, they've lost. And they're really, I'm losing faith. I am. I'm losing the faith. I'm going to – so many upset alerts this week. I'm going with Cincinnati, but I'm putting them on upset alert.
Alrighty. Next, we got a team that is not as good as we thought they were. We got two teams that are probably not as good as we thought they were. The Dallas Cowboys, even though they did win, they don't look good. They don't look good when they win, so that's not a good thing. Going up against the Los Angeles Rams, who I also don't think seem as good as they look right now with a 2-1 record. So, Cowboys, just because it's the easier pick. But this one could go either way as well. Dallas's defense isn't that good. Dak looked like a shell of himself without Zeke being able to run as effectively as he can. So I'm definitely going to go with Dallas, but it could go either way. A lot of games that could go either way this week. Casey, Rams or Cowboys?
I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to do it. Rams.
Taking a chance on that
Rams.
He's taking a chance on that one. All right. The going into the 4 o'clock games, we got the Philadelphia Eagles going up against the Los Angeles Superchargers. Go Chargers, go! I'm not going with the Chargers. I went with them for like the past 2 weeks. They've embarrassed me. I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. The Eagles gonna get the wins, and that's all I got to say about that. Casey, Philadelphia Eagles, or go Chargers, go.
You know, I'm going to go with a team that logically should be America's team because it's the symbol of the United States of America, the bald eagle. But they saying the Cowboys America's team. I'm like, nah, bruh. I'm not an Eagles fan, but the eagle is the
I
symbol of
think
our
he just,
nation.
I think he just became an Eagles fan just now. I'm just gonna be honest.
I was when I was a kid, and then they changed stuff, and I was like, bruh, nah, I don't like McNabb, nah. Then they took McNabb, and I was like,
The
nah.
name is good, bruh.
That,
Oh, you said you
the
liked
man
him.
hurt his
Okay.
finger, and he's out for like 6 games. Shut up.
Hey man, them broken fingers can get you.
I'm going with the Eagles, though.
Bruh, all that against the Eagles. All right. We got the New York Giants versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm going with the crab legs, baby. I'm going with Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay, Tampa Bay. Giants looked a little better last week, but I don't think it's going to be consistent. I'm going with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Casey.
Tampa, baby. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, Lord. Okay. We're going to move on as quickly as possible. We got the San Francisco 49ers going up against the Arizona Cardinals. Neither one of these teams are really that good. I'm going to go with the Cardinals. It's the safe pick. I'm sorry. I got to do it. I'm sorry, Brian. Love you. You really do, man. You're my boy, but I got to do it. I got to get one of these games right? But Casey, 49ers or Cardinals?
I mean, first of all, I don't think, yet on this season of the Baltimore Coach Show, we've really talked about the grass. I don't think we have. We haven't
That's
explained
what's
to
missing.
the new viewers about the grass. So
That's what's missing.
I think, I mean, are they at home? I think they're at home. Yeah. So the grass. If you don't know, and they grow it outside, okay, and then they bring
True.
it inside. So
That's a true statement right there. That's why it's so fresh when it come in,
it's the freshest,
So
and I'm
green,
going.
it's so green.
It's
Got little dandelions in it,
Nah, they take them out. They take all them out. It's special grass that don't got no dandelions, nothing like that. Nah, I'm going with Arizona.
because of the grass, obviously. All righty.
They're going up against San Francisco, so
No, because of the grass, obviously. We got the Oakland Raiders going up against the Denver Broncos. It's going to be a one heck of a game. I'm going with the Denver Broncos. Trevor Siemian balling out right now. Didn't look great last week, but still, I think he'll come back and be the Trevor Siemian that I know and love that's on my fantasy team. Thank you so much. I'm going with Denver. I think this defense is going to show Oakland why Oakland is on their fall from grace for this year at least. I'm going with the Denver Broncos at home in Mile High. They don't really lose there. They just don't. It's a thing that don't happen. Casey, Raiders or Broncos?
Last week I don't know what happened last week. That it was a fluke. It was a fluke. It was. We felt bad for the Auras. So we was like, nah, you take this. It's cool, bro. It's cool. We still gonna make it to the Super Bowl. You not. So you take this. It's cool. I'm going with Oakland. I'm staying faithful to the Raider Raid because it's delicious and nutritious, and you should drink it. It's the Raider Raid. I'm going with the Raiders.
Okay. It's not a bad idea. The Sunday night game, like we said before, is the Colts and the Seahawks. So we already talked about that, so we're not going to talk about it again. Monday Night Football, we got the Washington Auras, skins that are red, going up against the Kansas City Chiefs. And I think the Redskins are prime for an upset right here, baby. I'm going with the Washington Redskins in Arrowhead, one of the toughest places to play, if not the toughest place to play in the NFL. As much as it pains me to say, it's a true statement. I'm going with the Washington for the win. Casey, Redskins or Chiefs? Skins that are red or Chiefs that are from Kansas City?
So so what I have to do here is I have to pick either the Native American team or the Native American team.
Or
That's
Native
real
American.
tough. That's real tough.
Hmm.
You know what? Washington already got their upset. They did. You know, they got upset with the Raiders. It's they
I picked it last week, so it wasn't really that much of an upset for some people.
they ain't get no more upsets now. And so I'm going with, and as much as it hurts, because you know who's a fan of the Kansas. Oh god.
Yeah. Good thing he showed up today. You know.
Oh yeah, you know.
Remember when he said he was gonna show up? Remember he said he's gonna show up every week. He said
Yeah.
at one point.
Lamar said that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going with the Chiefs.
All right. Well, that was your NFL Week 4 predictions here on the Baltimore Colts Show, courtesy of the Instant Classic Wrestling Podcast. Check out episode 7 that we just did on Sunday, kind of right before No Mercy. Also got a No Mercy review up on the channel as well, so check that out. Next time, be sure to like the video, subscribe, as well as like the Facebook page as well. We will see you guys next time on the Baltimore Colts Show. We'll be talking about Week 5 in the NFL. We'll see you later. Peace. Bye. Adios, amigos. Bye.
Will you just leave?
You gonna end the button or not?
I forgot that.
Bruh, you the absolute worst. Like on a scale.